দিন শেষের গল্প. Today it is 11th day, and basically we want to promote listening skills. We want to promote the stories which are there in the books now, which we do not read, and we just scroll and we see the content. But at the end of the day, stories are very much important. So we want to promote the listening skills. We want to promote these stories that are somewhere lost. So I would request everyone to listen to these stories, and please in the comment box let us know how it is. So today's story is The Silver Basket. Let us read. On the bank of the river Narmada was the palace of King Chitradev. Govind was one of the many servants in the palace. Early one morning, Govind accompanied Princess Nandini when she went into the palace garden to gather flowers. Nandini carried a silver basket in which she put the many kinds of flowers that she picked. When it was full, she turned to go home. As Nandini and Govind were walking back, they noticed an old man with a white beard and matted hair. He was sitting just outside the palace garden, talking to a small group of people. Who is that old man, Govind? Nandini asked. And what is he doing there? Wait here, princess. I shall go and find out, said Govind, and off he went. Within a few minutes, he returned and said to the princess, the old man is a fortune teller, the one who will be telling us the future. Who can say who will marry whom? Can he really? Examined the princess. How very exciting. How does he do it? He takes 2 blades of grass and ties them together, Govind explained. He calls it Brahma's knot of wedlock. Go back to the old man, Govind, said the princess, and find out from him who is going to marry me. Princess replied Govind, that would not be wise. This fortune teller tell lies just to please people. That is the way they can earn money. It is better to keep away from them. I did not ask for your advice, said the princess sharply. Just go and find out what I want to know. I can find that some people are watching this live. If you can just say hi, in that way I can know that you are here with me and you are listening the story with me. Very well, said Govind. If that is your command, I will go and ask him. Govind went to the old man while Nandini waited in the garden. I have come from the royal household. Govind whispered to the old man, I want to speak to you alone so that no one else can hear. The old man and Govind walked some distance away. What do you want to know? Said the old man. Princess Nandini wants to know who is going to marry her, said Govind. The old man took 2 blades of grass and tied them together. He looked at the knot thoughtfully. He then looked at Govind and smiled. You are going to marry Princess Nandini. Hello, Isaac. When Govind heard that he was going to marry Princess Nandini, me, cried Govind. You are making a mistake. I am only her servant. There is no mistake, replied the old man. You will be her husband only. Govind walked slowly and sadly back to the palace garden. Well, Nandini asked. What did he say? Princess, replied Govind gravely, I told you that these fortune tellers never speak the truth. What he said was so bad that I cannot tell you. Tell me what he said, asked Nandini. I cannot tell you, replied Govind. It is too bad to be repeated. So actually Govind was afraid that if he repeat what the old man has said, Nandini will be angry. Very well, replied Govind. If you command me, I must obey. Yes, said Nandini. He said that you are going to marry me. What impudence, called Nandini. How dare you say such a thing to me? And Nandini was so angry that she seized the flower basket and threw it at Govind's head. Without waiting to see what happened, Nandini turned and walked quickly back to the palace. The silver basket hit Govind on the forehead. It made a deep cut and blood began to flow down his face. He too was very angry because he didn't do. The old man said something and he just repeated because Nandini wanted to know. You may be a princess, he said as he watched Nandini hurrying away, but you have no right to insult me because he did not do anything. Nandini's flowers were scattered all over the grass. Govind picked up the silver basket and turned away. He took that as an act of insult. I hope I never see her again, he said to himself as he walked home. Govind decided that he would not return to the palace again. He would travel to some far-off place and find some other work to do. Early next morning, he packed up a few things and set out. His head was bandaged because of the wound on his forehead. He walked and walked for days and days, and at last he reached a big city. There he found that the people were having a holiday. They all wore their best clothes and seemed very happy. There is a lot of excitement here. Govind said to a boy, "What is it all about?" "Don't you know?" answered the lad. "A new king is going to be chosen today." Govind wanted to know more about it. "Our king died recently," the boy explained. "And before he died, he commanded that the next king should be chosen by the elephant. Today, the elephant will choose the new king. That is why so many princes and nobles have come to the city. Come, let us go and see the fun." Govind went with the boy to the place where the people were waiting for the elephant. Crowds and crowds of people had gathered there. The princes and nobles were ready, and each one hoped that he would be fortunate enough to be chosen by the elephant. There was the sound of music and the beating of drums. The royal elephant came in. He was a majestic tusker and was beautifully decorated for the special occasion. In his trunk, he carried a beautiful garland. He would place this garland, yani fulo ki mala, round the neck of the man he chose to be the king. The elephant moved slowly from one to another, looking at each one carefully, but he could not choose anyone. And when he had seen all the princes and noblemen, he still had not chosen the king. Everyone was very curious what was happening or what is going to happen. Now the elephant turned away from the princesses and noblemen and began to walk among the people. "He is searching for the king," someone said. There was great excitement in the crowd. The people began to shout, calling sweet names to the elephant. Everyone wanted to pat the elephant and try to get near him, but the elephant walked on calmly. He was in a no mood to choose the king. Suddenly the elephant reached Govind. He looked at Govind very closely. He then bowed to Govind and put the garland round his neck. So this is how the luck and the fate of Govind changed completely, because he went far away from his home and he was chosen the king. Govind was chosen king. The people began to blow conches and beat drums. Ministers and other officers went to Govind to pay him homage, request. Govind was astonished. He felt as if he was dreaming, because for a normal person to believe these things was almost near about impossible. He could not believe that it was all happening to him. Next, Govind was taken to the palace in a garden procession, riding upon the elephant who had chosen him. There he was crowned king. Govind was a very good king. He was intelligent, he was wise, and he was noble. He worked hard and ruled the kingdom well. The people loved and respected him. He was known far and wide as a great and good ruler. Now the time had come for King Govind to marry. He sent messengers to search for suitable brides. King Chitradev, Nandini's father, heard of the famous King Govind. He was now seeking a husband for Nandini also. How splendid it would be if Nandini were to marry King Govind. He sent his messenger proposing the marriage, and King Govind agreed. The marriage of Nandini and Govind was celebrated in a grand manner. Everyone blessed the couple. When Govind returned to his capital with Nandini, there was great rejoicing. The people loved their new queen. One day Nandini said to Govind, "How did you get that scar on your forehead? You must have done a very brave deed to such an injury." Govind smiled. "The scar," he said, "is the sacred scar of wedlock. "I don't understand," said Nandini. "Tell me plainly how you got that scar." "It is very simple," replied Govind. "This scar is sign of good luck. It made me a king and it made me your husband as well." "Govind," cried Nandini, becoming impatient, "I still do not know what are you talking about. Talk me plainly, I say. How did you get that scar?" "All right," said Govind, "wait a moment and I will tell you." So Nandini, after Govind became the king, Nandini did not realize that he was the same Govind whom he had thrown that silver basket once. So here Govind will be narrating the entire thing to Nandini. He hurried out of the room and soon returned carrying the silver basket. "Do you remember this?" he said. Nandini looked at the basket. At first she was puzzled, then she recognized it. "Oh," she exclaimed, "that is my flower basket." Nandini looked at the king. "Govind?" she cried. "Oh, now I understand. You are that Govind. I threw the basket at you. Oh, Govind, forgive me. I did not know I had hurt you. I behaved very badly that day. You will forgive me, won't you?" "There is nothing to forgive, my dear," replied Govind. "In fact, I have to thank you for throwing the basket at me, because at the end of the day, for that basket only I became the king." "Thank me? Why?" asked Nandini. "If you had not lost your temper and hit me with that basket," Govind said, "I would not have left the palace. If I have not left the palace, I would not have become the king. And if I had not become the king, I would not have married you." So at the end of the day, what had happened? The fortune and the prosperity came to Govind. And why did it come? Because the silver basket was thrown at him. And not only that, the old man, he said the truth only, because at the end of the day, they were got married. So at last Nandini said, "How wonderful it all is. After all, that old man was right." So I hope you love this story, because the story at the end of the day teaches us that we cannot overcome fate. Fate is something that we cannot help. We have to accept whatever is fate, whatever our fate is. So I can see 3 people are watching me. You can tell me in the comment section that what kind of stories do you want to listen. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow again we shall meet you with a new story. Keep listening to stories and keep these books alive. Thank you.